don't forget, is Peter. And if you find him, remember to tell him I was the centurion at Capernaum. I'm such a hard worker. Too bad he's got a memory like a sieve. Oh, hello. Would you happen to know a man called Peter? My servant and I have been searching throughout Jerusalem for him. Why, you ask? He has told an incredible story. He said a once dead man is now alive. I know how it sounds. And I would call him crazy myself, except I know this alive again man. His name is Jesus. I must find Peter so I can meet this Jesus. You see, I've traveled throughout the empire, fought in countless wars and battles, commanded scores of wonderful soldiers, and acquired tremendous wealth. Yet, I felt empty, as though my life was missing something, or someone. Oh, I'm sorry. We've only just met, and I'm talking your ears off here. But may I tell you why I need to meet Jesus? A few years ago, I was in charge of the Roman military post at Capernaum. Even then, I was searching for peace and satisfaction in my life. I sensed that my Roman lifestyle was a dead end, and that I really needed more. I became interested, drawn really, to learn more about the people of the city, and especially about their one God. So I talked to these Jews. I learned of their history. I heard about their faith. But moreover, I became intrigued with their God. They said that their God was faithful to promises to persevere them as his people. Through all their trials and struggles, he cared for them. They even said their God was working through me to protect them and help them. Well, I don't know about that. I did build their synagogue for them, their teaching and worship place, but it was the least I could do since they've been so kind to my soldiers and me. They also shared that one day their God would send a Messiah, a chosen one, who would change the world and turn every people to him. Well, it was about this time that I first heard the name Jesus. Some of my Jewish neighbors were telling curious stories about the things he did. They said he taught as they never heard people teach before. That he cured their illnesses and madness, driving out demons, they said. He recruited 12 men who followed him at a moment's notice. This Jesus, they said, walked with the poorest of the poor, the forgotten, the ignored, and the outcast, and he welcomed them all as friends. Well, a short time later, my favorite servant fell ill and was near death. The doctors could do nothing for him. I was desperate. So when I heard Jesus was coming into the city, I sent messengers to him to ask for help. I told my messengers to tell Jesus he need not come to my home. Just say the word, and my servant would be healed. Now, I know it sounds amazing that I would ask Jesus for help. But I know that my God stopped listening a long time ago. if they ever did. I simply surrendered myself to Jesus. Well, before my messenger returned, the illness was lifted and my servant was restored. Jesus left Capernaum before I could thank him. As well, I was transferred to the military garrison here in Jerusalem. I first met Jesus when I was assigned to crucifixion duty. 3 men were to die. 2 because of crimes they had committed, but the third had done nothing like the other 2. When I heard this third man was Jesus, I could not believe my ears. I went to my cabin and I said, there must be some mistake. He said there was no mistake, and that the order had come directly from the governor himself. So we marched Jesus outside the city and crucified him. As he hung there, he said things I'd never heard from a dying man. You know, he actually forgave us for killing him. With his dying breath, he said his work was complete. When he said those words, my eyes were open to the truth. And aloud I said, he was the Messiah, the very Son of God. Before those words had echoed away, I was free. I was free from my long searching. I was free and alive. He was dead, but I was alive through him. Well, now I'm hearing some strange stories coming out of the city. The soldiers that were assigned to guard the tomb where they laid him report that Jesus is alive. I don't know what this means. And I don't really understand what's going on. All I know is I must be Jesus. My life, my living from now on depends on him. My tour of duty in the military is over. But it seems I'm about to start a new tour. A new duty. A new life because of Jesus. I've taken too much of your time. Thank you for listening. Do you have a longing in your life as I did? If you seek Jesus, believe me, you will find the things I have told you.